May as well. This comes down to a Siphon or not here, bro. Come on, Siphon. Yes! No!
Go,
304, though. I think that was it. Oh my god, that might have been it. Oh my god, that might have been it. 304. Oh shit.
We did it! Let's go! Oh my god!
Deckzee, good shit, bro. I'm excited for that YouTube video, man. That's awesome. If you guys don't know, Deckzee makes some good ass YouTube videos. That should be a banger one.
In today's video, I played the Reload Elite Series Heats and Finals, where we had the chance to qualify to the Esports World Cup in France.
Deckzee on the high ground. Deckzee loves this height. Deckzee could call land here too. Yo, go Deckzee though. Wait, is Deckzee gonna make land? W Deckzee, man. I think it's gonna be a Deckzee win. Oh, that's a Deckzee win for sure. Storm says he wins. The other guy don't have any meds, I don't think. I think Deckzee wins.
But before I show you guys the finals, we need to qualify first. And to qualify, we need to get top 5 in our heat. We were in heat 2, which is the hardest heat there is. We have some of the best players in EU in our heat. So just to qualify would be an achievement in itself. But before we get into this insane video, I quickly want to tell you guys about GearUp. GearUp is an app that helps you reduce your ping and helps with packet loss. Very simple to use. You just press the Fortnite logo and load it up, and then you just change to the region you're playing, and then after you press confirm, when you load up the game, you can instantly see that your ping is now improved. As worse your ping is when you're playing, as more GearUp is going to help you when you're free building and when you're playing these tournaments. But the most important thing, guys, if you want to get 3 days for free, you can use code Deckzee. And also, if you've already had GearUp before, you can still use code Deckzee and get 1 day for free. But some of you guys might not know GearUp that well, but it's #1 on Trustpilot. And there's many pros using this product, and I've used it a lot in my own career. Anyways, let's get into the next game. Flying into game 1, you never know if you get surprise contested. But luckily enough, we weren't. And for us to qualify, we needed to be on con. We had a very simple game plan, and we needed launch pads for that. And as you see in our game 1, we got a pad. And also when Vito was looting, he also got a pad. Now we had everything we needed to play the end game, so we just boxed off in our center position and waited for next zone and the zone afterwards. In the zone, wherever the supply drop spawns is where the next zone pulls. So when the supply drop spawned, we instantly rotated towards the supply drops. By going towards the supply drop, we would know that we would be in a position for next zone pull. So we boxed up near the supply drops and wait for the next zone to pull. And as you can see, it pulled very close to us. Sadly we weren't in, but I just tarped us in and spent some mats. Now we're waiting for the next zone pull. Zone pulled max. So then we instantly rotated. Vito got shot on the way, so we had to box off and pause. And after Vito healed up, we went again. Now as you can see, we didn't get fully in the zone. So I decided to invest mats and tarp us in to make sure we were safe for this zone. Now because we had a full tarp in the zone, we looked back for a kill and it worked out pretty good for us. Now we're waiting for the next zone, and zone pulled max. But now is when our strategy comes in play. We phase, throw a shockwave, and then pad. Now we're able to skip a whole zone pull. Now we land in a safe position, tarp a bit, and get ready for the next zone where we do the exact same thing. And again, when we land a high layer that is safe. And then because we have a pizza box, I'm able to throw it down and pick up max pizzas. Now with everything we need for the end game. Now it's all about sticking together with Vito and locking in.
Dropping a layer, okay? Come here. Keep dropping. Breaking. Come here, I'll get you. Come here, run out back. Hide here. You dropping a layer? Look back, I'm getting us front here, come here, drop the layer. Yeah. I'm gonna cross here, okay, look down. Just come here, look down with me. Come here. Jump in, 3, 2, 1. Nice, use the mats that we got. Let's use build, watch out. A free build. Okay, I have 1 build, okay? It's all you, I'm with you. I have 0 builds. Full zero. Build, what's up? Okay. Camera 2. Yeah. Jumping in. Punch it. Done. 1 HP. I need to reload. Break through.
A 4th place place is a great game in Reload. If we were this consistent throughout all our games, we would qualify. But let's get straight into our next game. This game, someone landed right beside me, so I quickly realized I had to go back and loot. And when we were done looting, what we did is we took a building and replaced it. Now when the supply drop spawned, we were gonna try to see if we could get one because we wanted to try and get a launch pad for this game. But the issue is we had people around us that were scuffed and they were fully gonna fight for these supply drops. So we very quickly had to give it up. And now with us pulling zone, we went over to this building to reform our metal back. Because in Reload it's all about going into endgame with cap blue. When we saw where the supply drop spawns, we tried to instantly rotate towards them so we were ready for this next zone. And now with us being really close to where next zone pulls, we just did a quick shock and insta boxed up to make sure we took as little risk as possible. Now we're waiting for the next zone, and then zone pulled max again. Instead of shockwaving and going through the whole lobby, we shockwaved once, paused in the middle, and then waited a little bit for the right timing and then shockwaved again. And now we made sure we elevated those high layers so we were ready for the next zones. And then zone pulls max again. And as we did in the earlier rotate is that we instantly rotated, boxed up in the middle, and then went again. But on this shockwave there was a cone in front of me that blocked me off, so I had to use my own shock to come to Vito. So now because of this we lost a lot of mats, and in Reload you need to have cap blue to get as many points as possible. This means we're gonna go for a refresh.
There's another team in front here. I'm trying to get some of the loot. I'm getting out. I died. You can rest me.
Going for refreshes in this game mode is very risky, but luckily enough it's only 5 seconds to res me. So Vito was able to res me and get me up. Now with this refresh we just need to get in zone safely, but I forgot to take my predator, so I got damaged a bit and we ended up losing a lot of mats in this rotate. Now we shockwaved in, now we just have to lock in for this end game.
Let's full set me here, okay? Close back. Could we go back and move down for a kill? Let's follow me, okay? Don't get peace. I'm topping. Okay, come here, dropping. Come here, fighting us. Full box. I'm 1 HP. I died. I got 19 builds wood for you.
That right there just shows that if you overcommit, you will instantly get punished. And us dying right here lost us out on so many points. A top 12 is not good enough. So for this next game, we can't make these kind of mistakes. And we need to have a much more flawless endgame. And early in the game, we got blessed with a launch pad. And we really needed this for the endgame. And then Vito also found another launch pad, so now we had 2 launch pads, enough for the end game. But really close to a spot, Vito got lurked on, so he had to crash pad away and ended up getting beamed on his way back.
Other guys jumping in, he's good.
This really griefed us a lot. So now instead of going zone, we decided to go back in storm to loot up everything to make sure we had cap blue going into this endgame. And then we bought patch up and launch padded into zone. And because we saw where the supply drop spawned early in the game, we knew exactly where to position ourselves. So as you can see, we pulled a perfect zone. But now this next zone we didn't pull, but we instantly rotated and got ourselves in zone as quickly as we could. We had to pause on the way, but we did another shockwave and then we got in safely. We of course made sure to position ourselves in a high layer so we were ready to pad later in the game. Because we have 2 pads, we're gonna pad first moving with a fizz and a shockwave. And then again, we make sure we position ourselves in a high layer and get us in a position where there's no one above us so we have a free path to pad. And now it's just time for the end game again. And this one needs to be better than the last one.
That's trying to keep me. Okay, wait, see one come. Okay, look back here. We're getting in zone here and we're boxing up. We're creating this team below us. Come here. Edit down in 3, 2, 1, go. Wait, don't go for it. Come here. Running out left here. Reload. Couple in, come. Tower box, I'm going up. Right, if you got, looking down for a killer. Got loot here. 100. There, I'm going for it. I got good mats, really good mats, okay? Sell me. Come here. Done. I'm holding. I'm taking the shots. I've shocked. I'm fisting us. We run out in shock, okay? I'm going. Ready? I got cat mats, okay? I'm literally just going up like this. On me. Got beast. I'm out. I died. Told you. That's my bad, bro.
We should have won that game, but 3rd place is a great game, and we're now in 6th place overall in the tournament, so we were very close to qualify, or at least we were on track to doing it. And the early game of this next game went very nice. We looted up everything, got cap loot, and we stayed on our pad so we could fist pad into our next zone pool, and we're able to see that because of the supply drops, as you guys know. And now, of course, we pull zone, but the zone afterwards we didn't pull. So we early rotated to try and get into the next zone. And on our way here, we saw a pad that we could go on and use to get in the zone safely. But I ended up stressing and not editing out the cone fully, so this could have easily went really wrong, but luckily enough it didn't. And now this next zone, pulled max again, and again we early rotated. Now I got ourselves in a safe position where we could shock from, and then we shocked in and got us in a high layer. Now because we have no fizz, we're going to have to rotate through all these zones together in the end game. So our main goal is sticking together and getting front side and then looking backwards for a refresh. And that's exactly what we're going to do throughout this game.
On top. Getting the loot. I got good match, really good match. Like, really. Attacking. I'm popping back, okay? I left you. I went up on it. Jump. Come here, take the front here. I tried to drop. I boxed up, I'm alive. I got 5 goals. Flag, ready? Come here, I'm jumping. Come here. I have 0 goals. That's a muscle. Front. Dead. No!
And then again, I went for a refresh, being greedy, and this threw our game away again. Luckily enough, we were able to clutch up a top 5, and we needed this to stay on track to qualify. But it just shows that if you make a mistake, you will get punished in these lobbies. But our strategy was working, so we were going to keep doing it. And in this next game, we got really lucky. We actually found 2 pads, but we had an issue. We didn't find a fizz. So what we were going to do is we were going to go tank zone and look for a fizz. But there was an issue. We were getting extremely unlucky. We only needed this 1 fizz and we would have everything we needed for this endgame. But while we were looting up, time was running out, and in reload the games are surprisingly quick. So me being focused on finding this fizz, I forgot everything about this zone, and I quickly realized that this zone was moving quickly. It was going from a 1 tick to a 2 tick, and now it was about to be a 5 tick, so I had to hurry up. Luckily enough, I found some bandages on my path, and I was able to shock in, and when we got in zone, Vito luckily enough has some bandies for me. But we didn't have a fizz for this endgame. That means we were going to use these pads on the earlier rotates, because as later we got, as more useless they would be. So we padded and then we landed in a high layer, and our plan was to pad again this first moving here. But the issue is when you don't have a fizz, high gun will be able to see you. So we instantly got shot, not even from high ground, but because we were so low down, so we had to land as quick as possible. My glider did not want to land anywhere, so I fell all the way down to low ground. But I got myself in a safe position. We did not have the loot we wanted for this endgame, but we had to do our best with what we had.
Just get to me whenever you can. Nice. Need to like fully go through it, come. Yeah, we're running down low and going up again. We're going like fully up, okay? I'm with you. I need help. Went up. Range away. Go for the wall. 80 white. Play aggressive. Come here. Get out. All right. Get out. Okay.
This was not the game we wanted, but our mats ran out quickly and we ended up being in wood, and that's why we ended up getting pre-edited. In this next game we needed a huge game to get back in the tournament, but there was an issue because in the off spawn Fito ended up getting keyed and died, and after he died it sounded like they were fighting, so I went over to look for them to see if I could third party the fight. But there was another team and it ended up going down. Now, luckily enough, I ended up getting all the loot from when I died, but now Fito ended up getting keyed. While we were trying to go away and loot up, there was a guy and I ended up almost killing him with my mammoth. So we ended up trying to key him, but this right here did not work out the way we wanted to. So after realizing this fight wasn't worth it, we tried to rotate it over to top tier training to loot up, and we saw another guy. We got a beam and then we tried to take him down. Now after we took this guy down, our plan was just to loot up, but me and Fito were a bit split, and someone realized that. They instantly went to key me.
Okay. Is it do on me? I died.
I sadly wasn't able to get away, and then after I respawned, I got keyed again. And then I respawned again, and I got keyed again. And then I respawned, and I got back in storm, and I got keyed again. Not by one team, but by two teams. Now I was lucky to respawn where I was able to fly directly into top tier. Now our plan was to loot up, get as much mats as possible, and then pad into the zone. Luckily enough we were able to find a pad. But again, what happened like last time, it took us too long to loot up. And guess what? It was a 5 tick. Luckily enough, zone pulled back, but we had to get in this zone quickly or things could go wrong. We just got in, but the issue is we had no whites. We were playing this game on only 130 HP each. Now because we were low HP, we decided to pad first moving to take as little risk as possible. Now after we landed, we realized there was a pad right beside us, and we were just able to land on that pad to save ourselves some mats for this endgame. And like usual, we land a high layer as safe as possible, and now we're ready for the endgame. But we really wanted a refresh for our white HP, and then this happened.
In. 1 HP.
We sadly weren't able to get this refresh, but now it's time for the end game, and our mats were running out.
Down left. Got 10 bullets in wood. Hold on, I told you. Nice. Stop, come on. Putting cone, I dropped. Come here. Got 1 bullet, 0 bullets. Come here. Box. It's a duo. I'm getting out. I'm dropping like smack I can.
A top 7 gave us a few points, but this is not what we were looking for. We are now in 8th place and we were 3 spots behind. And we only had 2 more games left. In these next 2 games, people were playing extremely aggressive, because a lot of people were not able to qualify without a big game. And in this game, Fito found a llama really close, so he tried to go for that one. But when he was going for it, someone else saw it as well, so he got keyed. I was luckily able to get to him before anything went wrong. And now supply drop spawned, and Fito had a supply drop spawning really close to him, so he of course went for it, but the same thing happened. He almost got keyed, but I was able to get to him and scared him off. Now supply drops spawned again. This time we went separately, trying to get both supply drops, but this greed was not worth it, and Fito got instantly jumped on by a Vika and Malibuka. Somehow one of them died, so I decided to claim Fito's loot to make sure that he had loot for this endgame. we were able to get all of it. So with the loot that we had, we decided to play endgame. But we had crash pads. So these next rotates would have to be crash pads rotate so we could save the shockwaves for the endgame. Luckily enough, this wasn't an issue because I'm very familiar with crash pads. So after using a few of our crash pads and positioning yourself in higher layers, one of the zones pulled back to our old box, so we were able to save a few mats going back in that box. Now I was going to use my last crash pad and pick up some shocks for the endgame. And now it was time for the endgame. With everything we needed for this endgame, we just had to make sure that we stayed together and stayed at the front side of the zone, because that's the best way to get refreshes and the safest position. And that's exactly what we did.
Back to me. Let's take this. Get in there. Come follow. We're full. I think I'm full going front. I'm dropping a bit. Come to me. Okay, let's go. Jump in. 3, 2, 1, go. Nice, get all of it. Not up, not bottoms. 2, 1, follow. Dropping. We'll stay. We jump in. Okay, I'm with you. On the right. Dead. I'm grabbing it all. Okay.
This was a decent game, but we were still 16 points behind qual. So in this last game, we needed a minimum a top 4 to qualify. Luckily enough, because we weren't doing so well, we knew we were not going to be a target. This doesn't change that we were going to play it safe. And as you can see, very early in the game, we got blessed with a launch pad. We went down in our tunnel and hid to make sure we would not get keyed. And Vito also got lucky and found a pad. Now we had 2 pads, fizz, pizza box, and everything we needed. So we padded into zone, and because everyone was fighting because they needed a huge game, one of the supply drops were free. So we got the supply drop, and guess what? Another pad. So we stayed in these boxes and didn't move for the whole game until zone pulled, and then we fizz shot padded into the zone. Now we knew exactly where zone we were gonna pull in there, so we tried to land in a safe place. But Vito were not able to build there. Luckily enough, Vito were able to get down safely. And it was now time for our pad strategy. When we were about to pad, I looked up and I saw there was someone above me. So I had to take a risk and go out and throw the pad quickly. Luckily enough, it worked out. Now after we landed, we were ready to do it again. If this worked out great, we would have all the mats we needed for the end game. And as you can see, it worked out perfect. Now we had all the mats we needed to get top 4 this game. And the pressure were on, because we needed to qualify for the finals.
Back, so just crouch through again. They're all dying down there, okay? So just stay up here. Come in. That over you. Nice. Just build. Just for later. It might not be it might be someone else's tops. Okay, drop one layer. Full tanking. I got a mech here. 10 builds, okay? That's fine. Maybe give me the siphon. Vito! Oh my god, Vito. Please, man. Please, Vito. Please tell me we did it. Oh my god, let's go, Vito! We did it! Let's go! Oh my god! go, bro.
This was an insane achievement, and as you can hear, my mood was through the roof. It's the top 20 best teams in EU that qualifies to the finals, and we were one of them. In finals, we were also uncontested, so things were looking good. And to qualify for the LAN, we need to be in the top 3 teams that has not already qualified for the LAN yet. If we do that, we will qualify to the LAN in Paris. Everything was on the line. My expectations for this tournament was high. I had bot viewed for 7 hours the day before this finals, doing everything I could to be ready. And to warm up for this tournament, I did some laps getting my mental ready, and we were gonna try to do the exact same strategy that we did in heats. We were just going to try to do it better. But anyways, let me not waste any more of your time, and let's get straight into game 1 of finals. Our game 1 did not go well. Close to the end game, we did one bad rotate and this griefed us badly. And even though we had one pad, this wasn't enough loot to get us an end game with all the mats we needed. And when we landed, high ground had a rocket launcher, so we ended up losing so many mats because of high ground. So very early in the end game, we ran out of mats. So we went for a refresh. This was a great refresh, but the issue was someone was pulling max directly after the refresh. So we very quickly lost all the mats that we just gained. Now we were just down to wood. This means we needed a refresh. And then someone pulled towards everyone, and it seemed like there was a solo here. But I was wrong. It was a duo, and this right here already finished our first game. It was a rough start to the tournament. But we started our game 2 with a launch pad right off the bat, and we were able to get some supply drops early on with no risk taken. So now we had everything we needed for the end game. Our heals weren't that great, but we were able to buy max big shields for Fito, and then he dropped me the fizz for the end game. And then pad into the next zone. I ended up not landing that safe, and I very quickly lost a lot of our mats. This wasn't that big of an issue, but it wasn't that great. Now the next zone, very simple, we shockwaved in, got us in a great position, and on this next rotor right here, we mistimed the shockwave, and I had to lose some mats. But the main goal was getting as late as possible in this endgame without using the pad. And then in the second movement, then we fish shock pad. And that's exactly what we did. Found a great place, fish shock pad, and I landed a high layer. Now it was time to lock in because we needed a good second game.
I'm jumping down here again. I'm going up again. Sir. Come here, going up right here. Come. I'm dropping down a layer. Chill. You go for that. You got run through. Down, free, go! Go for it. Alright, come. I'm throwing it again. Okay. Come. Get in this metal. Got one build, okay? Give me a med kit. Okay? I have cereals, okay? I'm just holding. I have one build. Keep breaking. I just go out right. I'm with you. Break through. Got 4 builds, okay? I'm taking it. Cereals, hold. Just send that. Follow me. Hold my shotgun up. Yep. We're getting that wood. Give me that brick. Got tops, I'm holding my shotgun out. Breaking down. I'm running down. I'm looking above. Nice run.
A top 5 in the finals is actually a really good game. We just had to do this consistently, and with our game plan and strategy, it should be possible. Game 3 started very good. Fito found a pad for me. Now, because we saw the supply drops spawning where they spawn, we decided to tank storm. And luckily enough, I went in this building and actually found a med kit. And because Fito had 3 med kits, we were able to tank twice. We popped 2 med kits once, and then we found this fizz right here. And then we stayed here, popped the second med kits, and now he picked up the fizz. So for the end game, we had no whites, but we had a lot of heals. and our mats were great. Then we shockwaved in zone and got ourselves a nice position, and zone pulled back. So the rotates early on was very simple and very easy. Now going into the endgame, our plan was again to shockwave first moving, and then when we get to second moving, then pad. So we shockwaved in, got us in a high layer, so we were ready to pad. We heard a lot of people padding around, so we were considering using someone else's pad, but when we realized there was no one padding, we went ourselves. And now again, with everything we needed for this end game, so our strat was working, but we still needed to perform in the end game because that's exactly when it mattered.
Just in here. All buttons. I'm out. Jumping up a layer here, okay? 201. Yeah, just tell me, okay? You know what, in here? 100. Get everything, get front. Can I hold it back? Free, okay? We're getting free. I'm out as well. No!
Another game where we got really close to doing well, but we fell short. A top 7 is not what we're looking for. And if we don't step up our game, we won't be qualifying for the LAN. And that's our goal. This next game, we got lucky and found 2 supply drops. But we got unlucky because none of them had a pad in there. Now, because of these 2 supply drops, we had all the mats we needed very early on in the game. So we instantly rotated over and positioned ourselves on the pad. Now, because no supply drops spawned in the next zone here, we knew that someone was going to pull into the storm, and therefore we rotated while it was opening it up. And as you can see, we were right. Now with having everything we needed, we were ready for the end game. We just shocked in zone, positioned ourselves in a high layer. And now we wait for next zone, and the exact same thing. We shock, position yourself in a high layer. But we have no pads. This endgame is going to be a little bit more difficult. But we got later in the game and we saw someone else padding. We tried to use theirs. We weren't really able to fizz in time, so the pad wasn't that useful. So now after I was on no ground, Fita got to me and we shockwaved up high layer. And now we were ready for the end game, and with everything we needed, get a good game out of this.
Throwing a shot in the box? No. Heading out right. Come here. No top, I'm taking it. Okay, I got like siphon builds almost. We're running through the middle, okay? 9, and we're playing. I'm gonna build a floor and you're gonna shock us, okay? Down left, full left, low gun here. Come here. They're gonna shoot. I have 0 builds. It's all you.
I kept putting us in positions where if we got a refresh, we would win the games. But the issue is we never got those refreshes. And we were underperforming by a lot. We needed some kind of miracle to get back in the game. And in our game 5, our prayers got answered. We didn't just get 1 pad. Not even 2. No, we got 3 pads. No, we got 4 pads. This is the most crazy RNG I've had in my life. And now we have to use this miracle to our absolute best. This was the game we needed. We could not throw away this opportunity sent from God. So in our game, we kept it very simple. We went on a pad, boxed up, and then we fizz padded from that pad, boxed up again, tarp in zone, and then waiting for next zone. We fizz shockwave pad, and then we stay in there waiting to see where next zone pulls, and then we box up in the safest way possible, make some space, and then we get ready to fizz shockwave pad again. And then on this pad, we make sure that we land as safe as possible under high ground. Then we tarp out a bit again, and then we fish shockwave pad again. Now with one pad left, and if we get this pad working, we will be in late endgame with the most mats possible. So we fish shockwave, but because of high gun spraying us so much, we had to wait and try again. And then boom, we get it done. Now we're in the second last movement with so many mats. So we play for high ground.
They're fishing right? They're gonna fish shock up for me. Yeah. Okay. There's a tree covering it. Do you have any med kits or more? And do whatever right now. Yes, yes, 500 wood. Yep. Got a kill as well. No. Try not to get siphoned. Oh man. Where's the vending? Oh my god, I think they've broken it.
Somehow the vending machine was broken, so we didn't win that game. But this was the game we needed. We now had 3 more games left, and if we got top 3 in one of these games, we would qualify to the LAN. We knew we had a target on our back, so in these games we were going to play it safe. In our game 6, we found a pad, and then we went back in our tunnel to farm all the mats we needed, and then we went to the split to the right of us to look for more loot, and we found another pad. Now with everything we needed. So we decided to tank a bit of storm and look for some whites so we could rotate in later with everything we needed. But when we went on this vending machine over here, there was other people. I was luckily able to buy patch up and steal the med kit for Fito. But with zone pulling max, we had to disengage into top 2 training and try to see if we could find some whites. Now after getting the whites we needed, we now padded and went into zone. We had everything we needed for this game, and we were ready. Now we weren't going into this endgame with cap mats, but we did have 2 pads, so it shouldn't be an issue. And we pulled zone. So when zone came closer or tarped out in an area where it was safe to pad, then we fish shockwave padded, or at least that's what I thought. The fizz didn't work. So now we just wasted a whole rotation for no reason because I didn't fizz. And then the zipline also lost a lot of mats. So we just had to lock in and make sure we didn't waste this last pad. And then guess what? I did it again. I didn't fizz. The pressure was getting to me, and we now lost so many mats on these 2 mistakes from me. So we needed a refresh very soon because we only had wood and the mats were running out.
I'm dropping. 400. Yeah. 100 wood, okay? Yeah, alright. Running out like this. Get ready. Pulls counter back. We look down, drop down left, okay? Just stay me. Come here, jump. Break in 3, 2. Okay. No!
This was bad. A top 11 from a game where we have 2 pads is non-acceptable. We stayed on track to qualify, but this was the game we needed to push ahead. A silly mistake like not fizzing might have just costed us the LAN if we don't lock in for the next 2 games. And going into game 7, there was a player lurking around nearby, and we were able to 2v1 him, and when he ran away, I got the kill. Now in this game, I luckily enough also found a pad, and to make sure we weren't getting keyed, we went in our tunnel with all the loot we needed and stayed here until we had to rotate. Luckily enough, we were pulling zone, so we were able to stay here for a really long time. And when zone was pulling 4, we decided to fish shockwave pad and wait for when next zone pulled. Now in there, I made a missed call. We ended up landing split and wasting a lot of mats. This was not a good start to the end game, since we needed all the mats for the end game. Now zone pulled up, we fish shockwaved up, and then zone pulled up again, and we shockwaved up again. But throughout the end game, we were spending a lot of mats, making more and more space, and because we weren't landing together. But for the second moving, we were gonna fish shockwave pad, but for some reason when I threw the pad, it didn't work. So we had to relocate, tarp a bit, and then try again. Now this time it worked, but we had spent so many mats, and this mistake could cost us a lot. So for the rest of the end game, we had to lock in and make something happen.
Jumping on us almost. Try to get up. Only got wood, I only got wood. I've 8 builds, okay? We're jumping down right. Okay, follow me. Jump full down. Full low. Okay, tick. No, chill. Pulls back. Just chill. Do you have any shocks? Okay, we're gonna have to get up somehow. You're gonna just. I killed one. Might get finished at some point. Oh man.
And because of a bad zone ball and us having no shockwaves, we went down in top 10. This was really not good. We were now in 9th place going into the last game. And if we got a top 3, we would qualify to the LAN. We still had a chance. But the issue in this last game is that people were playing aggressive around us. And we had Sky and Scroll lurking on us. One went from one angle and the other one came from the other. And now I went down. Vito found a pad right before I respawned. But for me to survive was an issue. I was getting hunted down by the people around me. And when I got rebooted again and I went to go get my loot, I got hunted down again. A lot of the teams were now keen trying to drop a high kill win to qualify for the LAN. And when I got rebooted again, I got found by the exact same teams. And then when I got rebooted again, Vito were running out of whites. I actually ended up dying to Storm, but I was able to get to him and res him. We now could not die. We had to go in Storm, loot up, and then pad in later. We quickly realized that we didn't have whites to tank Storm, so we were trying to go into the zone because it was already becoming a 2-tick. But a player was above me, so I had to wait to go in. Then both me and Vito shockwaved in together, but there was someone there already. We were not able to recover from this game, and we needed some kind of miracle to come back in this game. Lucky enough, we did have one pad, so it wasn't over yet. We got into this zone, and we were gonna fish shockwave pad first moving because the game was so dead. We were going to try and do everything we could to get as late in the game as possible and then hope for a refresh. So we positioned ourselves in a high layer, and we were gonna rotate together, sticking side by side. And now I'm going to show you guys the rest of the game. Wish me luck.
Sorry. Okay. I'm dropping front or low here. Come in. Okay, I have almost off you. Come in. Pretty white, come here, I'm fighting it. Get out, get out, get out. Post max, fizzles. We jump front or low, okay? I have 20 builds. I have 5 builds. Okay, I'm popping it big, okay? Fist me. No body. We should play for this. Yeah, I'm getting it. I can't get it. I have 10 builds. I'm fisting us. We need to jump out. I have 7 builds. Get on our roof here. Come here. I have 1 build. Look back here and just sprint. I have cerebrals. I'm fishing. Okay. Jump up. Right? 180. No, man. I got the finish. No. Fuck it out of there.
One game away from doing it. All that work for nothing. There was nothing I could do. The tournament was already over. We really tried our best. Things sadly didn't go our way. This was one of my biggest disappointments in my entire career. So close, but so far. But this really proved to me that me and Vito can actually do it. Our career together is just getting started, and going into the future, we're going to be grinding even harder than ever. We know that we can do it. We now just need to put in the work, and as you can see, this tournament was really hard for me. but I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've spent days working on it, and if you guys want to see more of me, I stream daily on my Twitch where you can come in and say hi. If you enjoyed the video, I would love to hear your feedback on my Twitch. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.